So hello and welcome to Storytime. Thank you for joining us. Today is a very special day, so we'd like to say happy birthday to our Storytime friend Helen, who had a very special birthday this week. So happy birthday from me, happy birthday from Pooh Bear, little wave. So I hope you enjoy the story today. I am super excited about this story. I reread it last night and I've read it about 5 times since I got it. I had never heard of this story before, and me and my mum found this in a supermarket, but my understanding is it's actually quite a well-known, really popular book. So if you all know it, then kudos to you guys. I had no idea it existed, but it is brilliant. So I'm really excited for you guys to enjoy this story too. So today's story is called The Pirate Cruncher. So now it's a bit shiny, so the light might reflect on it, which is a bit of a shame, but hopefully you can all see that. And The Pirate Cruncher, it was written and illustrated by Jonny Duddle, which is really cool. He lives in Wales with his family. But this one today is obviously all about pirates. And anyone who knows anything about pirates or likes any kind of lore about pirates is going to be very, very entertained with this one. The pictures are beautiful, so we'll stop and we'll look at some of them from time to time, and then obviously we'll go back at the end like we normally do, and go check out some of the others. But yeah, let's not delay much longer. And also, apologies in advance for my lack of having a brilliant pirate voice, because I feel like this book could only get better if someone with an amazing pirate voice could read it all properly. But I will do my best for you. So this is The Pirate Cruncher by Jonny Duddle. My dear fellow pirate, do you want to be rich? To get treasure beyond your wildest dreams? To find nuggets of gold as big as ship's beams? And diamonds and rubies the size of your eyes? Just follow this map, please see reverse, and claim your prize. From a friend. Conditions apply. Oh, and if you're lucky, you may see a little ship's cat wandering around, because today we are joined by Atticus. I don't know if he's going to lift up now. Here he is. There he goes. He might stay, he might not stay, but you know, he does like water, so maybe he will. Funny. But back to our exciting tale of treasure. Here is the map. Now, we'll go back to a couple of these, but you can always trust a good story if there's a good map. So I think things to kind of point out on this one: look out for the route of the ship and some of the little kind of nautical points of places. But yeah, we'll come back. We won't give away the story just yet. It was unusually quiet in Port Royal, but if you listen carefully on the quayside, down the alleys, and in the candle-lit taverns, you could hear the faint sound of a fiddle floating on the wind. Outside the Thirsty Parrot Inn, an old fiddler appeared. As he fiddled, he sang a song. I was sailing one day, and what did I see? An island of gold in the scurvy sea. With a fiddle-dee-dee, there'll be treasure for me, fiddle-dee-dee across the sea. His shanty caught the ear of the dastardly Captain Purplebeard. Putting down his ale and wiping his lips, Purplebeard bellowed out the window. Treasure, you say? Can you show us the way? I'm a bit partial for treasure, Me too. And us, we want some. So do I like the way it twinkles. Personally, I think treasure causes nothing but trouble. Some wise words from a parrot down below. I'll get some little. Oh, go this way first. To the captain's delight, the fiddler replied, "As I sailed the seas, I scribbled a map, so that when I got home, I could find my way back. You cannot imagine the booty that's there, a huge hoard of treasure beyond compare." "Ha ha! I can imagine a shipload of treasure," roared Captain Purplebeard. "Diamonds and rubies and gold beyond measure." "Yeah, I can imagine bags and bags. I'd like some new gold teeth, and I'd like to fill my boots with lots of loot. I want more treasure than I can eat." "You can eat treasure?" Only the small bits." And I'm a very wise parrot. "I'd rather have a bag of peanuts." The fiddler unfurled his map and sang, "I'll show ye my map if you'll take me there. There'll be treasure enough for us all to share." The captain smiled and said, "By thunder, that sounds just like our sort of plunder. Or my name's ain't Pirate Purplebeard of Penzance. Finish your grogs, lads. We set sail at once. Hurrah!" The sun was coming up as Captain Purplebeard and his cutthroat crew boarded their ship, the Black Hole. Beyond them came the old fiddler, still dancing and singing. "To find this island, you'll have to be quick, for they say it performs a vanishing trick, and none who's tried to set foot on its sands has ever returned to pirate lands." But the captain just sneered. "What nonsense, I say! All aboard, me hearties! Oh yay, hooray!" So off they sailed across the sea, and as they tucked into breakfast, the old fiddler began again. "There is one small thing I forgot yesterday. There's also a monster, or so they say. He likes to eat pirates who come for his treasure, and he chews up their ships just for good measure." "You scurvy sea dog," bellowed the captain, "be it made up or monstrous, it's no match for me. I'm Captain Purplebeard, scourge of the sea." And the fiddler said, "Oh yes, I agree. He doesn't scare me. Though no bones about it, he's a big old beast who likes nothing more than a pirate feast. He can swallow whole ships in a whirlpool jaws, though they say he's allergic to scarlet macaws." There are rubies and diamonds the size of balloons, silver and guineas and golden doubloons. But grab it all quick, or he'll have your entrails. Now fiddy-dee-dee, let's spread those sails. But no one moved on the deck below. The crew looked round in fear and dread, as visions of monsters filled their heads. Actually, I've never been that fond of treasure. Yeah, I'm not sure I can stay. I forgot it's Parrot's Point picnic today. Let's give the ship a clean instead. If we don't go home, we'll end up dead. Go home? Roared Captain Purplebeard. I'll kill you all, you cowardly landlubbers. The only thing you need to be frightened of is me. So with visions of monsters in every head, the motley old crew trudged off to bed. Most had nightmares and terrible dreams, and the hold was full of pirate screams. But up on his poop deck the captain was happy, for his head was full of dreams about treasure. Gold or silver, I don't care rich, just as long as it makes me filthy rich. Next morning the crew were worried. They couldn't be sure, but the day before it had seemed that they had numbered more, and the fiddler told them, if you're too scared, turn back to port. You're happy and healthy, but for scurvy and warts, it's safer by far to return to shore. And as for the treasure, do you really need more? Shiver me timbers, laughed Captain Purplebeard. You should know by now that never, ever can any pirate have enough treasure. And if there's a beast, it had better beware. I can smell that gold. We're nearly there. Just then, from up in the crow's nest, there came a call. Land ahoy! Hurrah! Yelled the pirates, forgetting their fear, now the promise of treasure was so very near. We're going to be rich! 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 As they clambered ashore, no one saw a thing wrong, too busy to heed the fiddler's last song. Off you go, boys, but I think I'll stay here. I doubt what you'll find will bring you good cheer, for a pile of old metal that you really don't need has brought on a dangerous case of greed. And being greedy, you know, is wrong, which brings me at last to the end of my song. It's ours now, all of it. More treasure for me. Captain? You guys, particular attention to this page. you might see where we're going next. It's a little sign that says open at your peril. So maybe we'll do it from here where everyone can see. Uh-oh. I think they might be in a little bit of trouble. Crunch. I was swimming one day, and what did I see? A pirate-packed boat in that scurvy sea. With a fiddle-dee-dee, there'll be dinner for me. Fiddle-dee-dee. Across the... but... And that brings us to the end of this very cautionary pirate tale with another wonderful map. So I really hope you enjoyed that story, and I'm going to go back and point a couple of things out just in case you didn't quite catch them. Most importantly, which I'm sure you all did because most people are much more clued up in this than I am, but our fiddler here seems to have some strings attached to him, and they seem to be operated by a bit of a tentacle. Now I wonder whose tentacle that might be. When I first read this, I didn't see the strings until right at the end. I was like, oh my god, he's a puppet! But if you actually go back to when the fiddler first turns up in Port Royal, I turn the page, he is in fact attached by strings. So the sea monster, the pirate cruncher, was there all along, making the pirates come along for some definitely one-sided dinner party. So other things I really enjoy about this book is the title page. I didn't want to show you guys the title page until the end because I think it's absolutely wonderful. Now obviously we have the black hole, the ship here, but just to the other side, I'm going to come this side, we have our sea monster with loads of messages in a bottle that he's sending off to Port Royal to be picked up, to obviously entice all of the pirates out to sea so that he can crunch them all. He obviously has a very particular taste of these. And what I quite like as well is at the front on the cover, they're all in the little lifeboat that takes them from the black hole over to the island. And obviously it has Jonny Duddle's name on it, the author and illustrator. But in the story, once they are on the little boat, get a better picture of it, there we go. The lifeboat is called Midas Touch, which for anyone who's up on their mythology would know that King Midas could touch things and turn to gold, so that's where the treasure comes in. And what's even cooler is at the end, when our sea monster has had a little bit of a munch on all the pirate boats. The lifeboat survives with the monkey crew member and the parrot, who was obviously the smartest one of the bunch, and the puppet. But some of the name of this lifeboat was gone, so all that's left is Ouch. It's so clever. As you can tell, I really love this book. I just thought it's just so fascinating, and what's such a shame is on the video it's not really showing, but the attention to detail in the illustrations is outstanding. So I highly recommend you guys get a copy if you like it, and add it to your own library, or borrow it from your own library if you're lucky that your library happens to be open. I found this in a supermarket, so you know they're actually in quite a few places, quite easy to get a hold of. I'm sure there's online retailers that can get them as well. This particular one, as I seem to be selling it to you all, is only £6.99 for RRP, which is pretty cool. And then the last thing I'll show you, because I do love a good map, but I'm not going to go into too much detail on the map, so I don't want you guys to miss out on seeing it for yourselves. But the last thing I will kind of point out to you, because it took me a little bit of time to work it out, was that at first, when they all realise there's a sea monster and they're not so keen to keep going with the story, you have all the crew in the picture. And then they have a horrible night full of monster dreams. And in the morning, they're all holding number placards to see if they're all still there. And there's definitely a number missing. Unfortunately, number 5 doesn't seem to be there any longer. So I had to go back and I had to work out, who is number 5? What's going on? So back here we have a, I'm going to put my finger on him and then turn around. This guy here with the yellow and red headband, he's right at the bottom of the boat here, and he's not so keen to stick around. But when they're all sleeping and having bad dreams, if you look really closely at the bottom of this page, you'll see that he's in his bunk, and coming through the open window is a little bit of a tentacle, when up above we have our puppet also being held on with a bit of a tentacle. It was all there all along, it was all there. So thank you today for joining us for this extra special story, which I've been so excited for sharing with you guys, The Pirate Cruncher. It's actually a part 1, there's a part 2, so maybe we'll look into that one. It's called The Pirates Next Door. Maybe we'll look into that one a little bit later on in the year. But yeah, this has been an amazing story, such a great way to spend a lovely afternoon. Keep covering up Pooh Bear. Hope you enjoyed it, Pooh Bear. There we go. Maybe a good outfit for Pooh Bear for Halloween. Pirate. Want to be a pirate? Sounds cool. Pirates are cool. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this book by Jonny Duddle, Pirate Cruncher. Thoroughly enjoyed your company this afternoon. It's been wonderful. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you next time. So from me, bye, and from Pooh Bear. Say bye, Pooh Bear. Bye. Oh, and wear your mask and be safe, just like Pooh Bear. Bye.